Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for, this is your August bonus reading. You have this Breathe card and this Orphaned card. Some of you could be having like thoughts of the past, or, if someone left you out in the cold or something, you could be kind of like just thinking about it with that Orphaned card. I do feel, it's Mercury retrograde, and now I have the hiccups. And so you could be just kind of like thinking about it here. And, like I always say, I think, it says breathe, but, Mercury retrograde is an amazing time for healing, resting, relaxing, recovering. I do think if there ever was a time to kind of like process the past, it would be during a Mercury retrograde. So I don't think it's necessarily, I'm not saying you're going back to a person. I don't think you are. I think that you could just be thinking about a past situation, and you could be like healing it, or you could be going through some sort of healing. You have the Three of Pentacles in your current general energies. So the Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. It's very successful reading. You have very good cards. Wheel of Fortune, Sun, the best card in the deck, King of Pentacles, Three of Wands even. So, it seems to me like it's a time of growth and expansion for you during this retrograde. And the Three of Pentacles, like I said, is about teamwork. Three of Pentacles is also about displaying your work. I would say for like the next 20 years, really that's what the next 20 years is about for you, is displaying your work, is showing the world what you are good at, and putting something out into the world. So I think for Aquarius, it's an amazing time to put your skills on display, especially in work or business or your career, but this could be any area of your life. All the readings that I've done so far have had polka dots. She has these polka dots on her cloak. Polka dots in the tarot represent taking things too seriously and needing to be more playful. So I think that all of us need to be more playful at this time. Your crossing energy is the Knight of Pentacles. The crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you in a Celtic cross. And the Knight of Pentacles basically says that you're not getting started on something, or you're not making a move towards something that you want and desire. The Knight of Pentacles says you know everything that you're going to know about the situation. And so your next step is to take a step. He has these oak leaves on his helmet here, and the oak leaves represent knowledge and wisdom. He has this empty field behind him. If he plants seeds in that field, they will grow. So it's like there's nothing more that you can learn. There's nothing more you can do to educate yourself on a situation. You just have to get started. And so I really feel that the Knight of Pentacles is saying, like, whatever you're thinking about doing in your life, it looks very successful. Wheel of Fortune, Sun, King of Pentacles, Three of Wands. But even the Three of Wands says, what are you waiting for? And, I feel like some of you, it's just time to get started, even though it's a retrograde. You have the Devil in the area of what's on your mind. So the Devil could be just toxic energy, or it could be all the reasons that you're stuck, right? These people, they have these chains that are attaching them to the black box that the Devil is sitting on. It's actually the black box of Saturn, and there's tons of conspiracies about it. You can look it up. But, again, they are being controlled by the Devil because of these chains that are around their necks. But those chains are actually very loose. They could actually easily lift those chains off around their head, and they could get started on something, and they could remove themselves from the control. So I feel for a lot of you, this is saying you might feel like you are being controlled, or you might feel like something has taken control or is preventing you from moving forward towards success, Aquarius. But really, you could easily remove yourself from the situation. Really, I kind of feel like you are, because you have the Wheel of Fortune right here, and the Wheel of Fortune represents a rapid change in your fortunes. And so I do feel that you could be removing yourself from a toxic situation, a toxic person, or just something that has been keeping you stuck. In the area of your foundation, you have the Justice card. Justice is cause and effect. So justice is, number one, this is good if you are needing justice in some area of your life. But it's also a great card for balance, and it's a great card for doing the things that you need to do to find success, right? I always say with justice, it's cause and effect. We need to pay attention to what's working and what's not working, and we need to double down on the stuff that is working. And if we do that with the Justice card, eventually the scales will tilt in your favor. And so this is all about doing that, and also definitely with the Wheel of Fortune. So these two together really represent the need to double down on the good stuff. The solution for the Wheel of Fortune is to take care of challenges that pop up very quickly and to double down on the good stuff. So, with these two together, I think that you could be changing your fortunes, but there is like an action that goes along with it. And so I think you need to take action on the good stuff. In the area of the past, this is the energy you're moving past. You have this starfish. It says cosmic energy, mystical awareness, regeneration. You have another regeneration card, this phoenix. It says renewal, alchemical change, and reemergence. So it's kind of like you are being reborn, or you are regenerating something. The phoenix turns into ash and then it regenerates. A starfish can lose its arm and it can grow it back. So there's kind of like a lot of symbolism here about you regenerating, or kind of re-healing yourself in some way and coming back stronger. So I feel like you're coming back stronger. You also have the sun here. The sun is the best card in the tarot, and it kind of makes the whole entire reading a little bit more positive. So I feel for a lot of you, again, the sun is shining on you. The sun also shines a light on things we need to pay attention to. So if you find your attention is being drawn to something, as in if you keep thinking about something during the day, like if you ever have those random thoughts that pop up, that's like the sun is trying to get your attention, and I feel you need to pay attention to your attention. Next, in the area of the very near future, you have this parenthood card. It says healing your inner child will help you make money. What do we have here? The polka dots. Oh yeah, Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, you have to be playful. So being more playful will probably help you make more money. Again, it's like I'm in my life, anytime I'm like too serious or I'm only working, I always make less money or things always go down. But it's like once I stop taking things seriously, I start enjoying life, then things get better. You have this counselor card. It says a financial coach will help you reach your financial goals. In order to be a healer, you must come from a healed place. And so a lot of you clearly could be going through a healing. But I definitely feel kind of like tapping into that inner child and being more playful would be a good idea for you right now, Aquarius. You have the Wheel of Fortune in the area of the very near future. So again, I think you are rapidly changing your fortunes here. You show up right here on the Wheel of Fortune at the top corner. So whenever you show up as yourself, kind of puts you in a position of power and strength. So it says you hold the power to change your fortunes. I also do feel that there's some sort of fear that you have to face. There's this snake right here, and the snakes are guardians of the portals. And so kind of like snakes represent our fears. And, the reason snakes guard portals is because we have to face some sort of fear to cross through a portal or to have a big change in our life. And so I feel that facing some sort of fear at this time would be a really good idea for you. And it doesn't have to be like some sort of big, huge fear. It could just be like maybe you're afraid to put yourself out there, or maybe you're afraid to, ask a person out or whatever. It's like, the portal is going to lead you to something that you want. That's the whole point. It's like, but usually everything we want is on the other side of something we've never done before. And so you have to face the fear or do something new that you've never done before to get what you want. And, that's what I would say there. It's like, they say dragons guard gold, right? Dragons represent snakes, which represent our fears. So it's like our fears guard the gold in life. And I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is saying that facing some sort of fear will get you to the gold. You have the, actually I'm going to start here. In the area of the next few months, you have this vulture spirit. It says nothing is wasted. You have this skunk spirit. It says know your worth. So yeah, I feel like you bring a lot to the table in life in general. And this is about kind of like standing up for yourself and understanding that you have a lot to offer. Vultures are also masters of conservation of energy. They don't waste a lot of time. If you see a vulture flying around, they kind of soar around, right? They're not flapping their wings. They're not wasting energy. And then when they see food, they start flapping. They are masters of not wasting time or energy. And over the next few months, in the position of the next few months, you have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands can represent carrying too many burdens, or, can represent carrying the burdens of other people and needing to put those burdens down. So I feel for a lot of you, the Ten of Wands is saying, are you wasting your energy, especially with that vulture spirit as well? Are you wasting time, effort, or energy on things that are draining you? Devil, right? The devil is an energy vampire, and the devil doesn't have to be a person. The devil could be a project you're working on, or something that you do every single day, or it could be a bad habit. And it's I feel like the devil, the vulture, the Ten of Wands, they're all pretty much saying the same thing, that there are certain responsibilities or there's certain things that you're doing that might be weighing you down. And I feel like releasing those things will free you up and will free up a lot of energy. So it's time to remove the time sucks from your life, right? The things that suck up too much time too much effort, that get you nowhere, I would remove those things from your life. You have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of expansion and growth. So this is, by the way, this is coming up in the area of your closest relationships. So you could be finding a lot of, like, that you are expanding in the world as far as your relationships are concerned. And you could be looking for expansive relationships as well. And again, this is not just love. I feel like this could even be your relationship to things. So again, with the Devil, if you have any bad habits, you could be changing your relationship to a bad habit and expanding past it. And that could be leading to expansion. There's I obviously it would be a 6-hour long video if I covered every single example. Put your thinking cap on, right? But, again, I think you are expanding your relationship to things. And there are these boats here, and you could be discovering new relationships as well that are more expansive. In the area of of your future feelings, you have the King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles is really good. This is about feeling stable, feeling wealthy, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean just money. You could be feeling wealthy in love or, in just abundance in general. And so I feel like you're feeling like you're in a very good position. He also understands his skills. He has these grapes on his cloak, and the grapes in the tarot represent something that is very difficult to grow. So he understands that he has a specific skill that most people do not have, and he uses that skill to increase his wealth. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be increasing your wealth through your skills. At the end here, for your outcome, you have the Strength card. Yeah, I feel like you've developed a lot of strength. Again, I would definitely double down on your strengths with the Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune. The Strength card is also about taming your inner voice. And that lion, she has her hands on that lion's mouth. The lion is submitting to her. Its tail is between its legs. And so this kind of represents the fact that she is taming her inner demons or her inner beast or her inner critic. And I feel like you could be doing a lot of work on yourself with that Strength card. So let's see what's going on here. With the Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, again, teamwork makes the dream work, also about displaying your skills. When you think about it, the Strength card, she is displaying a skill, or she is doing something that other people will see. Other people are seeing her strength, because who in the right mind would stick their hands in a lion's mouth? The answer is nobody. So people are seeing your strength, but you have to put your strength on display. With the Devil, you have the King of Swords here. The King of Swords is about being deep in thought. So he has a lot of knowledge and wisdom. He's showing up again with the Devil, which is the area of the reading that represents what's on your mind. So you could be finding yourself kind of in a very mental place this month, or you could be thinking a lot about things mentally. And again, it's not a good thing or a bad thing. Really, I think that it's just a good energy for, thinking. Just thinking. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. With the Justice card, you have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, if you do want love, I do feel that there could be a very, this way up to the King of Pentacles would say that there's a completely different type of person coming in for you. And, Justice says, play relationship tennis. You hit the ball to them. Do they hit the ball back to you? Do they return the favor? If you put energy into the relationship, are they giving energy back? If the answer is yes, keep going. If the answer is no, have a conversation or leave, right? Plain and simple. And I think as long as we follow that rule, then we will find a person who, for the most part, puts in good energy into a relationship. And now none of us are perfect. We're not. You're not whipping out a calculator here and saying oh, this day I put in 50%, but they only put in 30%. They suck. No, it's everybody is different. Sometimes people have energy, sometimes they don't. So again, put your thinking cap on here. You're not you're not writing this down on a notebook like a crazy person. But for the most part, do they return the favor? If the answer is yes, you found yourself a good one. Keep going, right? And if not, communicate and say what's up. Don't just hold it in for 6 months and then explode and leave in a fiery, explosion in the future, right? We can avoid all the drama. With the Sun card, you have the World card. The World is some sort of accomplishment. I kind of get this feeling that you are going to, even though it's showing up in the past position, it doesn't matter. The Sun is guidance. The Sun says move towards the sun. It is your attention. And the World is you also show up right here on the World. And the World kind of, this kind of gives me the feelings of you feeling like you are on top of the world. The other thing I would say is that the world definitely represents ending a cycle. So, this is the past. This is where you enter the reading. So it could just be saying that you're ending or have already ended a difficult cycle in your life, and now you're starting a new cycle. With the Wheel of Fortune, yes, you have the Page of Cups. So again, definitely a connection coming in here for you. So right here, we go this way. This could be an admirer. Again, I really like the King of Pentacles for love, because usually the King of Pentacles wants something long term, wants to actually put the work in, wants to make things happen in a connection. So you could be finding a very, stable and secure person for sure. And, this could be an admirer. So this could be someone you already have your eye on, or maybe they have their eye on you. With the Ten of Wands, what do you know? You have the Lovers. Again, this is a person who adds to your life, who doesn't subtract from your life, especially with the Ten of Wands. Again, I think it's important that we find people who definitely don't make our lives more complicated, and who, if anything, they make our lives easier. Neutral is also a good option as well. If someone enters into your life and it's like things don't get better or worse, that's also good, because again, you are responsible for your own life. So I don't think it's anyone's duty to make our life better, right? We have to do that on our own. So even a neutral person is good. But, I kind of feel that you could be attracting a person who does make your life better. Like, they don't complicate things. They don't make things overcomplicated. So definitely could be new love coming in for you. This could be a person that you are kind of in your head about as well. Whenever I have like something like the Devil to the King of Swords, to me, and also just like everything else going on here, to me, this says that you're not talking to this person yet. And I would also say the thing about a King of Swords type person is that they can be very hard to read. You might be thinking like, is this person difficult? Are they a good person or whatever? And I feel like the reading is saying, find out, go on a date. Don't just do a tuck and roll move into the bed with them on the first date, right? That's when we get into trouble. We've all done it, right? Where something happens, someone trips over the other person, you fall into bed, before you know it, whatever's happening is happening. Adult wrestling is going down. I have to keep it G-rated now on YouTube. But, I kind of feel like this is saying, don't have one of those happy little accidents right away, right? Give it time to develop. And as long as you learn the person, you'll be fine. With the Three of Wands, you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant can represent marriage, but the Hierophant really is about bringing heaven down to earth. He's a bridge between the heavens and the earth. So he communicates with both sides. He's able to bring his dream down to reality. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be kind of like manifesting a dream here on earth, or you could be trying to expand towards that. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Wheel of Fortune again. So clearly, there's a very positive change in your fortunes going on here. A lot of people have been getting this in these bonus readings, the Wheel of Fortune. You have it twice, so it could be a rather positive retrograde. I kind of feel like it is. It's like, is it going to be perfect? No, nothing in life is perfect. But for the most part, there could be a lot of positive outcomes to this retrograde. Again, reinvent, redo, revisit, remodel, redo something, right? And I think if you do that, it could change your fortunes. With the Strength card, you have the Ten of Wands. Yes, you do have it twice. So the Ten of Wands is carrying a heavy burden. And I feel like the Ten of Wands with the Strength card says that you don't always have to be strong. You can get help from others. You can ask for help. You can get people to take some burdens off of your shoulders. And I feel like that would be very good for you. To not like try to do everything. You have this Affair card. Yes, I'm telling you right now, I would be very careful. This is a good card. It's not like a cheating affair. This is just like love entering into your life. But like, don't get into a situation where it's like the first date and you're like, oh, come on, whatever happens, right? Maybe you blame it on the tequila. I'm not sure. Whatever. I get this feeling that this is something where you're going to want to learn the person, because I feel like you're not sure right now. And again, if you do things too quickly and you're not sure, it's going to make things weird. So I think that this is saying, like, take your time. Doesn't mean you have to move like a freaking snail, but, take your time and move forward and things will go well. You have this Independence card. See, I feel like you are very independent, but I also feel like you are attracting a very independent person. This is why you don't know a lot about this person right here. I feel like this person has their own mind. And, the King of Pentacles, I feel like this is the person right here. They're probably a mixture of the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. I feel like they are very stable, secure, grounded. But the King of Swords has their own mind. You're like, and maybe this is what, will attract you to this person, but it's like, I don't think you'll be able to change this person's mind. So they could be kind of like a little more fixed person. You are also fixed, but I kind of feel like they're like going in a direction in life, and, that's what they're doing. And, it feels like a very confident person as well. You have this Enterprise card. Yes, whatever you're working on, I feel is going to go very, very well, even though it's a retrograde. Again, don't allow astrology to control your life. People always say to me, how dare you say I should start something during retrograde? I'm like, sure, if you want to allow astrology to control your life, then, go for it and be slow. But if you don't, then take the risk and see what happens. Again, if you're going to do something, and as long as you're not going to die, you'll be fine, right? You have this Riches card. Yes, definitely a very positive change in your fortunes. And finally, you have this Empathy card. Yeah, I feel like you could be attracting a person who has a lot of empathy. Just a really good person. But again, I would take your time in this situation. But this looks really good here, Aquarius. I like it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.